Alright, so we're going to show you how to set up the awning on our New Age Rodale. So in here we keep, I just locked it. We keep a implement that we need, which we'll pull out. It's this little rod here. We'll need him for later. Now setting up the awning is a little bit tricky first time, but once you've done it, it's a couple of times, it's okay. First thing we need to do is undo these latches. Alright, you just push up this little tab and kind of push it out like that. And then the little black knob down here, you just need to loosen that off. And I'll just go and do the other one on the other side. The next thing that we need to do, so this thing here is like a safety thing. It stops this thing from going up. So now that this is out of the way, we can now go all the way up. So the next thing we need to do is, remember that bar that we were talking about? This has got like a little hook on the end. And it goes up in there. And we just pull it out. I like to go to about there. So don't completely extend it. If you completely extend it, you'll have trouble getting it back up. So on this end, we're just going to get this little pole, and it just clicks in. Over here is just a little metal catch, and that's what stops it from going back in. And then we're just going to do the other side. Now the next part is, and I'll come over there in a minute to show you how this part. You've got a handle, and on the inside of the handle is a locating pin. This handle actually disengages that, and then we're just going to push it up. And then kind of go back until we find that the pin goes back in. Once done, again, handle all the way out. And there. The next thing, I like to leave it like this with a bit of a slant on it, so that the water runs off. But the key thing is that you want to make sure that you've got enough room. So see, I don't have enough room. See how I'm rubbing on the awning? You want to make sure you've got enough room so that you clear the door. Okay, now we're good. If you're a short person like myself, underneath the bed is one of these little steppy stools, and you need that to be able to reach this little handle here. You need to tighten it up, and what it does is that now the arm can't go backwards, so it's like a stabilizer for it. I'll just do the other side. Okay, so that's done now. It can't go anywhere. This little strap you can just take to the other end. Just loop it around a bunch of times and it's fine. If you're going to leave for the day, or if you're going to bed at night, we recommend that you roll the awning back up and put it away. This is basically a giant sail, and if you get a really strong wind, what will happen is that these arms will banana. And the first night that we actually camped, the people next to us in their brand new van, that little, where it connects to the van, it actually had almost come completely out of the wall, and this thing was completely bananaed. So do yourself a favour, just make sure that you put this away every time that you leave the van. It's much easier. It saves you a lot of heartache. Putting it down is basically the opposite with a couple more steps. So I'm going to undo those knots like what we just did. And do this one. Okay, and going back down is pretty much the opposite. You've got to support the weight. Close the handle. Now on the outside, you've got to do this little clip. And we're going to do the outside. So I'll show you again. You see it's just literally a metal tab. And here's the tricky part. You need to pull down on this black rope, down a little bit, so that the pin has got a little bit of, so just it moves just a tiny bit. The reason being is that the catch that you first undid before, you need to take the pressure off it so you can pull it out. So here we go. Slight bit of pressure. Now with my thumb, that's it, we're done. I'll show you again. So now if I start to let it go, you'll see it starts to come up. So again, to unlock, slight bit of pressure with my hand on this side, pulling down, and then just thumb. That's it. Now, the next part is that you're going to walk the rope to the middle. I actually do it right in front of the door, and then we let the awning start to retract. And you want to control the speed, except for right at the end, where you kind of want to let it go so it can kind of go back into its position. You don't want to walk and let this go at the same time, because it'll wrap up into the awning, and then you lose the end of it. So that's it. So now the last part that we've got to do is the catches. So here's a good example. So this actually hasn't gone back all the way. Sometimes if the van's on a bit of an angle like this one is at the moment on my front yard, you can see, if you come close, see how this is not, you can see that the back part's still there. And it's because it's caught up here. Now it's in. So, and now it's all flush here. And then again, it's just putting these little latches down. Tighten the black knob. Okay, and we just got to do the other ones at the other end. Okay, so that's done now. So now this can't go up, so it can't retract or come open while you're driving. That's what that is for. And tighten the black knob. That's it. That's how easy it is.